Now, breaking news from WRAL. Coverage you can count on.
Breaking this morning, Gene Hackman is dead. The early details of the 95-year-old actor's death and remembering his long acting career.
And a 15-year-old is missing. An Amber Alert is active out of Harnett County. Why investigators believe she got into an unknown car.
I'm tracking a cold front that'll bring us rain later today. I'll show you what time it could arrive where you are.
Tap water changes. Utility providers across the triangle are switching disinfectants. How this could impact the taste and smell of your water. They want to reassure you it is going to be safe to drink. Good morning, everyone. It is 6 o'clock. Welcome to your Thursday. We're glad you're up with us. I'm Renee Chu.
And I'm Jeff Hogan. It is great to have you along. Thanks for making us part of your routine here. And it's been a nice week weather-wise. Certainly, beautiful. We may have a little bit of change in that today. Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. Certainly starting off warm enough.
It is warmer than it was yesterday. It's quiet out there. Just a few passing clouds. And we take a live look down Fayetteville Street from our Jimmy V camera. All is quiet. We do have a wind that's coming out of the southwest, and that is pushing warm air in. That's why our temperatures are about 15 degrees warmer today than they were yesterday. And you're probably fine in a light jacket. You don't need the heavy winter coat to start with today. 52 in Goldsboro, 56 in South Hill. It's 58 right now in Durham. Hour by hour, we climb fast to 72 at lunchtime. If you wanted to spend your lunch hour outside, maybe like yesterday and the day before, you're still good to do that. We won't start to see rain until closer to 4 or 5 o'clock, but that means it could affect the evening commute. Our temperature will climb into the mid 70s, and then the rain will begin as we get into the evening. I'll show you how long it will last and how much we could see coming up. Ken?
6:01, Elizabeth. Calm, cool morning. Well, look at this. Calm, quiet morning on the roadways as well. All major routes are delay-free at this hour. Speaking of one of those major routes, let's give you a live look at I-40 and Wade Avenue. Traffic definitely picking up this time of the morning, but flowing nicely in all directions. You're getting ready to head out the door because you know traffic changes constantly. Tune us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3.
WRAL Live Center at 6:02 as we keep our eye on that breaking news from overnight. Actor Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy Arakawa found dead in their New Mexico home. This is a photo of them from 2003. I can show you a little bit about what we know so far from investigators with the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office. They're saying that Gene Hackman and his wife were found dead inside their home yesterday afternoon. And the reason investigators know this is because they were responding to a wellness check that was requested there. Now, it's not quite clear what led up to their deaths, but we do know that investigators are saying that they do not suspect foul play in this regard. We also know that a dog was found dead as well on the property, and we're still trying to hear from Gene Hackman's spokespeople to see if they have any sort of comment on this. And coming up in just a little bit, Michelle McConaughey is going to run you through the history that he had here in Hollywood, the many, many movies that he was a part of, many people knowing him from so many movies such as The French Connection, the Superman films, as well as the Royal Tenenbaums.
Breaking news. Someone shot into a car and a home in Raleigh early this morning. This was what it looked like around 2 this morning when the WRAL Breaking News Tracker got to Sunnybrook Road at Pool Road. Police say no one was in the car that was hit. It's unclear whether anyone was in the home when shots were fired. No one was hurt.
This morning, the search continues for a Harnett County girl who vanished from her home Tuesday morning, just about this time. An Amber Alert is in place for 15-year-old Azalea Striffler. And WRAL's Eric Miller joins us from SBI headquarters in Raleigh. Eric, Azalea's family says they have reason to believe she is in danger.
Well, Jeff, they do. It's why agents from the SBI, as well as Harnett County Sheriff's deputies, even FBI agents, they're involved here in the search for this missing teenager. Still, at this point, almost 48 hours later, there is no sign of this missing girl. You take a look at these photos here. This is Azalea Striffler. She is 5'4" tall, 110 pounds or so. Last seen near her family's home on Story Acres Road, there just outside the Spring Lake community in southern Harnett County. Those sheriff's deputies, those SBI and FBI agents, they have been going door to door in that neighborhood, talking with neighbors, talking with friends, with classmates, trying to see if anybody saw anything, anybody heard anything out there. They've set up checkpoints on nearby roads, trying to check in with drivers. Her picture has been shared on social media and on billboards around the area, but still no sign of this missing girl. Still, listening back to Broadcastify radio traffic from the moments after she was reported missing, we get a sense of what exactly exactly happened there in the moments she disappeared. Take a listen.
Half hours ago, juvenile lost her mother. She was going to go get her water bottle out of the vehicle and never came back in.
Never came back in. Striffler's mother posted on Facebook that she believes her daughter got into a vehicle there and has since disappeared. Now the community is coming together trying to support this family. Hundreds of dollars have been raised as part of a meal train, trying to provide these folks with something to eat during this incredibly difficult time. If you saw anything, if you heard anything, any security video that might be relevant to this investigation, agents and deputies are asking you to reach out to the Harnett County Sheriff's Office. In Raleigh, Eric Miller, WRAL News.
You may notice an odd taste or smell in your drinking water. It's all part of a process Raleigh Water is beginning today to keep you and your family safe. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey joins us live from the Raleigh Water Treatment Plant in Garner. And Kelsey, this is something that happens every year, but it can be alarming for some folks if they detect a change in their water.
Yes, Renee, but it's nothing to be alarmed about. A disinfecting process is starting here this morning at this water treatment plant in Garner. Water utilities are required by law to go through this process every year. So starting today, you may notice a difference in the water coming out of your faucets. It may look, smell, or taste different over the next few weeks. That's because water utilities across the triangle are disinfecting their distribution systems. They go from using ammonia and chlorine to just chlorine.
We do this every year. It's to ensure that our distribution system is clean. We want to make sure that the water everyone drinks, that the water everyone uses is safe to use. So we have to make sure that all of our pipes and all of our equipment and everything is clean.
Now, there is something that you may want to be on the lookout for. If you notice that your water is discolored before washing your white clothes, just turn on your kitchen faucet for a few minutes. That should fix that problem. Now, Raleigh Water says that they plan to finish this disinfection process on April 10th. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Garner.
This morning, the cause of a fire on Liberty Street in Durham is under investigation. As you see from this video, smoke billowed from the front porch of that home last night. We got this video from a WRAL viewer. The Durham Fire Department says it was a small fire and the home was an empty duplex.
The final exchange has been made in the first phase of the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. Israel says it received 4 coffins containing the bodies of hostages. The coffins were given back to Israel in Egypt by the Red Cross. The bodies were escorted back to Israel by police. The Israeli hostage group says 3 of the bodies have been identified. In exchange, Israel released around 50 Palestinian prisoners. They were met with crowds of cheering, families, friends, and supporters gathered in the West Bank. This is the final release of prisoners under phase 1 of the ceasefire deal that Hamas and Israel agreed to last month. Officially, that truce ends on Saturday. It's unclear whether talks on extending the ceasefire have begun.
This photo is making its way around the internet with claims that immigration enforcement agents were parked at Durham's New Hope Church. The Durham Police Department is now squashing those rumors, saying the truck belongs to them. Durham police say they were conducting a training exercise at a property near the church on Tuesday. The department says they spoke ahead of time with the church about parking there. Durham police also say proper signage explaining a training was going on was not posted.
Today, St. Augustine's University in Raleigh will try to prove it should fully regain accreditation. Right now, the school is on probation. Its accrediting board voted to remove the school from the organization due to concerns about its financial stability and oversight. An appeal hearing is scheduled for today. The accrediting board has about a week to make a decision.
Debris from Helene is fueling a wildfire in the western part of our state. The fire sparked north of Marion along Armstrong Creek in McDowell County. It's burned 40 acres so far and is only considered 30% contained. Crews say the terrain is rugged and trees brought down in the storm are providing more fuel than usual.
65 more people have died from the flu in North Carolina. That makes a total of 311 flu-related deaths this season. Almost 75% of the people who died were over 65. 2 of the deaths were children. Nationally, flu-like illnesses are the highest they've been in 15 years. It is 6:09. Cell phone bans. Both chambers of the General Assembly approved restrictions on phones in schools. What the path looks like for those bills to become law.
Remembering Gene Hackman. Police announced this morning the longtime actor was found dead in his home. A look back at his Hollywood career.
And we have rain on the way late this afternoon and this evening. Rain meter for today, we're going to put it right at moderate because we will see some potentially heavy rain and thunderstorms with this system. I'll show you the timeline coming up.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
6:13. Take a look at this view of Franklinton right now. We're seeing mostly cloudy skies, a little hole in the clouds near the horizon there with that pretty glow there, but definitely seeing more cloud cover this morning than we did yesterday. We'll see variably cloudy conditions this morning and more clouds this afternoon as our cold front gets a little closer. So over the top of the tower here in our backyard, lit in purple for the cloudy skies. Down by town, it's a lot warmer than it was yesterday. 55 in Tarboro, 54 in Fayetteville, 50 in Irwin, and 56 in South Hill. And these temperatures are running about 15 degrees warmer than yesterday. So kids headed out to the bus stop this morning are probably fine just in a jacket. It will warm up fast. Temperatures will be in the low 70s at lunchtime. We'll climb into the mid 70s for highs. And then this evening, the rain arrives. I'll show you the timeline on Futurecast. Coming up, Ken.
6:14, Elizabeth. Let's start outside. Give you a live look at I-885 and T.W. Alexander Drive. Traffic flowing nicely in both directions. In terms of other major routes in and out of the Bull City, very little to no delays right now. And similarly, here in the capital city, Raleigh, all the major routes are delay-free right now.
Thanks, Ken. State lawmakers are one step closer to banning cell phone use in North Carolina classrooms. A Senate committee advanced a bill that would prohibit students in public K-12 schools from having cell phones during class time. The move comes after a House committee passed a similar bill Tuesday. The House bill would allow schools to limit instead of banning cell phones outright.
I believe this isn't an urban or rural issue. It's not a Democrat or Republican issue. It's about getting our kids focused in the classroom and away from social media.
The House and Senate still need to vote on a bill, and the governor needs to sign it for it to become law.
As we are learning about the shocking death of actor Gene Hackman and his wife, we're taking a look back at his illustrious career. WRAL's Michelle McConaughey is here now with some of the work he has done. Incredible work over the years.
Yeah, absolutely, Jeff. In a career that spanned 4 decades, Hackman was the gold standard for this era, starring in many films, including Bonnie and Clyde, The French Connection, and The Conversation. In 1956, Hackman began pursuing an acting career. In 1963, he made his Broadway debut, then gained further recognition for his role in Superman in 1978. Hackman has won 2 Academy Awards for Best Actor for his role as Jimmy Popeye Doyle in The French Connection, and for Best Supporting Actor for his role in Clint Eastwood's film Unforgiven. Along with those wins, he also secured 3 Oscar nominations. In 2004, Hackman appeared alongside Ray Romano in the comedy Welcome to Mooseport. That was his final film acting role. In 2008, he officially retired, but briefly came out of retirement to narrate 2 documentaries in 2016 and 2017. Obviously, so many questions still surrounding his death, something we'll be following closely today.
Very shocking news, but he was certainly a legend. This morning on Today, in an exclusive interview, how one life-changing heart donation kicked off an incredible chain of events and saved 3 girls at Duke University Hospital.
How did you feel about being able to help these 2 a little bit, too?
How happy that I did.
That piece of her heart probably saved your life.
Yeah, it probably did. That's what Daddy said. He said, this heart surgery will save my life.
Hear more of their incredible story and about the groundbreaking procedure. That's in the 8 a.m. hour on Today.
Another good one here. Carrie Mann was honored this week after more than 4 decades as a coach, mentor, and leader. David Sinotis says coached basketball with the town of Cary youth teams for 42 years. The NC State graduate has guided boys on the basketball court for decades and recently won a sportsmanship award that got him a standing ovation from players and families. Sinotis says he has 5 rules for his players. Have fun, be a good sport, listen to your coach, do the best you can, and have fun. Yes, have fun, first and last rule, according to him.
A great motto.
Yeah.
Apex Restaurant Week is underway. You can stop by local businesses to explore new flavors and enjoy special deals. Lunches are $15 off the fixed price menu. You can enjoy a 3-course dinner for $30. Restaurant Week in Apex runs through Sunday. It is 6:18, and this week we've been running some warm temperatures, and we've been loving it. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. A change this morning in that it's a very mild start.
Temperatures are in the 50s. We've seen our temperatures just build all week long. Today's going to be the warmest day, and then we're going to start the weather roller coaster again. We take a live look at Fayetteville. We're seeing a mix of sun and clouds. As we start to see that sun brightening up our skies, you're going to see some cloud cover out there in some places. Apex, Chapel Hills, courtesy of Top of the Hill Restaurant, and there's a look at North Hills here in Raleigh. Let's talk about our cold front headed our way. Our next weather maker will bring a lot of things. First, ahead of it, a very warm day today in the mid-70s. It will become windy, too, as we get through the middle of the morning into the afternoon. Late day rain and thunderstorms, and then cooler temperatures behind this. Again, we're going to start that weather roller coaster. You can see a little bit of rain associated with this. We don't have a big band of rain here. Most of the energy is with the low that's moving into the Great Lakes, and so that's why this will be a fairly weak system for us. Here's a look at Futurecast. It may be a sprinkle this morning in our northern counties, but we're not likely to see much rain until we get to maybe between 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll pause it right there at 3. South Hill, Durham, Roxborough could see a few showers. And then by the time we get to the evening commute, it's a little more widespread. It's still not going to be a whole lot of rain, but some scattered storms from South Hill to Raleigh to Southern Pines. Nothing severe. We'll see the heavier rain by 7 o'clock in our eastern counties, and by 8 or 8:30, it's completely out of the region. So over any one spot, it's not likely to rain more than, say, an hour or so. Most of us will see somewhere around 1/10 of an inch out of the system, but there could be some pockets where it's a little heavier, maybe 1/4 of an inch, maybe even 1/2 an inch in a few spots. 70% chance of rain today, and then it tapers off again by the time we get to 8 or 9 o'clock. Watching Wednesday, that's when our next front will come through, and there may be some strong to severe storms with that. Windy for today. Winds will be gusting 25 to 30 miles per hour for a good chunk of the day. Winds are not too strong just yet, but that's coming. Behind the front tomorrow, sunny and 62. A nice warm day Saturday, but look at the difference between Saturday and Sunday. We're going to talk a little more about why that is coming up, Ken.
I look forward to that, Elizabeth. A rather quiet start to your morning commute. No incidents to report in Wake County and surrounding communities. To that end, how about we go outside, give you a couple of looks at some of our cameras based on our live traffic cameras this morning. Is US 1 and 64 and Walnut Street. Traffic definitely picking up, but flowing nicely in both directions. Let's head a little bit east of Raleigh and give you a live look at I-87 and New Hope Road. Those are the lanes, those southbound lanes coming in to the capital city this morning, moving nicely. You're getting ready to head out the door because, you know, traffic changes rather quickly. 101.5 HD3, that's the station to listen to.
Thanks, Ken. Returning from retirement, sort of. Elton John is taking the stage again, the charitable cause that has him performing this summer.
And behind the scenes, Meghan Markle is showing off her new show. Why the Duchess chose to delay her premiere.
And before we head off to break, here's a look at your winning NC Education lottery numbers. We're back with what's trending in a moment.
This What's Trending report, sponsored by Rug & Home.
Elton John will perform again.
And Meghan Markle is giving a behind-the-scenes look at her upcoming show. Ken Smith here now with what's trending on our Thursday, Ken.
Yeah, Jeff and Renee, royalty trending this morning. Let's start with music royalty. Elton John coming out of retirement. One night this summer, he is expected to play Petco Park in San Diego on May 9th. The concert is called Cure Bound and raises awareness for funds for life-saving cancer research. Elton John is a cancer survivor, having undergone surgery back in 2023.
So for a good cause. I don't know if we call that unretiring, but he is going to play on stage again. And, you know, after 3 farewell tours, you can come back and play once in a while, right?
What's another encore performance?
Yeah, he's not done.
Yeah.
All right, how about this? The Duchess of Sussex giving us a sneak peek at her upcoming Netflix show. In a video posted to Instagram, Meghan Markle shared behind-the-scenes clips from With Love, Meghan. Markle's lifestyle show releases in less than a week after being delayed due to the Los Angeles wildfires.
Yeah, so the new premiere date, March 4th. And if this sounds familiar, yeah, we told you about this in early January when she first released the trailer. And then she and Netflix decided to delay the launch. But Prince Harry making a little cameo there. Yeah, but she shares her cooking tips, home decorating, and as you saw, a little beekeeping apparently too. So
it's all the buzz.
Should be an interesting series. Thanks, Ken. A new lunar lander is on its way to the moon.
3, 2, 1, ignition, and liftoff. Go.
The lander called Athena launched last night from Kennedy Space Center on a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. Its mission is to drill into the south pole of the moon. It will also launch a moon mapping satellite. It could land on the moon by next Thursday.
And this morning on Today, that Texas Tech student who made this incredible full court putt is going to try to do it again. Blake Porter will try to recreate his now viral putt live on the plaza. Maybe more bumps than that hardwood right there. We had a lot of fun earlier this week watching that video, and you can watch Blake try to make that magic happen again this morning during the 9 o'clock hour on Today.
And I'm tracking a cold front that'll bring us rain late today. It may affect the evening commute. We'll walk through the timeline on Futurecast coming up.
Local listeria death. One person in North Carolina has died in connection with a shake outbreak. The vulnerable population most often receiving these contaminated drinks.
And following an Amber Alert, a 15-year-old girl is missing from Harnett County. Why her family believes Azalea Striffler is in danger.